Hello everyone and welcome back to PAX and Recreation and Just the Truck. You know what that means? Is Mother Trucking Racing time. Sadly, well, ironically, yes. If you see Optimus Prime, you will assume it's the Brothers War, but not really. This is just because it's the only playmat I have for cars, I guess. So it means Aetherdrift time. Aetherdrift Collector Booster, baby. That set that everyone loves to hate. So let's see what we pull and what things wait ahead of us in the unfathomable journey of mid-sets. So, can you imagine being a Wizards designer? I need my knife. One second. Anyway, so can you imagine being a Wizards designer and having everyone being like, yeah, that set was mid? Like, because of how Wizards works, I doubt strongly that the designers of the actual set decide what goes, like what the theme is gonna be and how much stuff can they put in there, because it really feels like it's gonna be Mad Max, it's gonna be Wacky Racers, it's gonna be whatever, put everything together, let's go. Like, I would love to be like a fly. This is the box stopper, which we're gonna use at the end as a box stopper. So I would love to be a fly on the R&D discussions, because as with any product, I would assume that marketing and so on come in. Oh, in foil, start your engines in foil. Oh, my, these ones are backwards. So Pyrewood Gear Hulk. So in foil. There you go. So not bad. Kind of a spoiling because the collector boosters come backwards, and I forgot about that. So very cool. Vigilance Menace. When this creature enters, other creatures you control get +2/+2 and gain Vigilance and Menace until the end of turn. Damage can be prevented this turn. And Repurposing Bay. In full art. Crypt Caller Chariot in full art 2. This goes one here, this goes one here, this one here. Prophet of the Scarab. This is from the commander decks, from the zombie one in particular. Bleachbone Verge, so one of those dual lands, flexible lands as I call them, one black, and it can give you one white, but only if you already have a plains or a swamp. So very cool lands, very useful for commander. Midnight, and for everything else really. Midnight Mangler in foil, so the card is cool looking, but you know, these ones are kind of confusing too. Skybox Ferry. It's funny because this set has a lot of vehicles and it really doesn't feel like it. Like, I don't feel like they put all the weight they could into vehicles. So, you know, it is kind of what it is. So, mountain to the side, Rangers, either Hive, Veteran Beast Strider. Overall, I would love to be a fly on an R&D just to see, because I guess that marketing and whatnot, corporate, let's call it, comes down and says, listen guys, we need to have a set that does this, and this, right? And it needs to have this aesthetic, right? And they do it like 3 years ahead of time or something. So they are like, looking at the trends of the market, which is kind of bad because, well, if something is popular now, it's not going to be popular when they release the thing. So they really need to play guess here. I guess that's why they're like, guys, Marvel, and everyone's like, we don't care about the MCU anymore. Thank you very much. So Mindspring Merfolk. The favorite Merfolk of the prof. Look at this card. Jeez. Mendicant Core Guidelight in foil? No, it's not foil. It's just like very clean. Yeah. So Sky Seer's Chariot. So another chariot, not bad. Etheric Amplifier from the commander decks. This is from the energy deck. Rivershore Monument in foily. Dawn Drifter in foil 2. Rocketeer Boots Buggy in full art. A foil swamp. Now the lands are pretty cool. The lands I love. It's a very good idea. And I imagine that corporate just comes in and says and goes like, so listen, we need to do something with cars because of NASCAR and so on. But it can also be Mad Max. It can also be, like, I don't know what the mandate comes in. I don't know if like corporate goes like, we should do cars. And then the design team goes like, yeah, and it should be like Mad Max. No, it should be like wacky races. No, it should be like NASCAR. And like, it should be like the episode 1 with the pods and the racers and all that. Star Wars episode 1, just in case you don't know what I'm talking about. Sahur Glory's Past. Okay, not bad. Zombie Catwater. Explosive Getaway. And full art Gonti Night Minister. Nice looking card, that's for sure. One from the Commander decks, from the Energy decks, Stride Hanger Automaton. A foil Sita Varma Masked Racer. Rangers Refueler in foil. Looks very nice. Clamorous Ironclad. So see, it's like we have like 5 different styles of cards in here. It's like everyone can be happy because everything is. We try to do as many different sets as possible with as many different planes as possible, with as many different aesthetics as possible, so that everyone is happy and you can always buy stuff. And I don't know, it just feels like it's losing its soul. But I would really love to see that conversation, right? It's like they just say like cars, and then the design team is the one that goes Mad Max, no, or it's backwards. They go like, we should do something like Mad Max and NASCAR, and the design team is like, I guess we can do like a race across the multiverse, which is a very good idea, mind you. Or maybe it was the idea story, like we should do like a race across the multiverse, and that way we can fit like 3 planes into one set. It's like, wow, that's crazy. Ovilla Automech Artisan, not bad in foil. Full Throttle, a very anime-like this card, and this freaking thing in here. Debris Beetle, it's a dung beetle, people. Let's not fool ourselves. Wizened Mentor from the zombie deck. Sun Below Verge, very cool, and in foil. This is a very useful card. Apocalypse Runner in foil 2. Marshall's Path Cruiser. So these ones are cool because if they bother to just focus on the racers and so on, so that we have some backstory. Like, you know, on episode 1. In episode 1, some of them, like in the movie themselves, like not all of them had like even a spotlight, but then all the promotional materials were like, yeah, you even have a game, and you see all the background of all of them. Here, even if you read the wiki, it's like, who is this person again? So, you know, not the craziest of settings. To me, it hurts in the sense that it's not very well used, right? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not against the idea. Ooh, Pearl Snare. I'm not against the idea of a multiverse race, right? Like, a multiverse race feels very cool on some plan because Jace is like Iron Man now, I guess. Thopter Fabricator. Ooh, Temet from the Commander decks. Great Commander, maybe too good even. Guardian Sunmare in foily. Air Response Unit in foil 2. Broadcast Rumbler, full art. Swamp in foily, and the bulk. So I love the idea. I just think it's very badly executed. I love the fact that it's like a race across the multiverse. It could have been done better. They brought 2 planes that were forgotten. If this is the only way we have those planes back, so be it. But the set just looks like all over the place. I don't know. Now, the legit question here is, do you prefer Aetherdrift or Universes Beyond? Now, if they give you that choice, what will be your answer, right? And that's a valid question. Like, let me know down below. Like, if they give you the choice, Aetherdrift or Universes Beyond, what would you pick, right? Do you prefer like, oh, loot, nice. Do you prefer Gasol Thrill Roller in foil and then loot the Pathfinder? Looks like a League of Legends character. I hate it. It's okay, I guess. Bloodghast. Like, do you prefer sets like these and the Cowboy set and the Murders at Karlov Manor, but not really, because technically it should be New Capenna, but whatever? Or do you prefer like Universes Beyond? Because Universes Beyond, they are kind of they are pandering to the crowd, right? It's like, oh, we're doing a Fallout one, right? And it's like, yes, they are doing it because there is really the same card twice, foil and not foil. It's like, oh, there is a Fallout series coming, so we better just chime it in so that we can get some of that money, because a lot of people are going to be into Fallout, and we can just write that thing, right? It's like, okay, I guess. But the references are to the games and whatnot, not to the series itself. But the concepts are vague enough so that the people that only saw the series can be like, oh, I get it, right? So that's okay. They did the same with Assassin's Creed, although it didn't came together with anything else. It was just like Assassin's Creed said, I guess. So it's pandering to the crowd in the sense that it's like, hey guys, recognize this? It's like, it doesn't have like a story. It's pandering the same way that this is a pandering reference to Akira. It's like, hey, remember Akira? It's like, yes, it has nothing to do with magic. Thank you. Sita Varma and Sita Varma Masked Racer in Foily. Foily Monument to Endurance. Okay. Mindspring Merfolk again. Rampaging Aetherhood from the energy deck. Yeah, from the energy deck. Demonic Junker. Broadcast Rambler in foil. Some of these are so difficult. It's like, this is a white card. I had a double take, like because I was like, wait, it looks like blue, and blue is purple, and well, this one at least is blue. So, you know, they feel like tagged on. Like, for example, the Spider-Man set, it's just gonna be like a Spider-Man greatest hits kind of thing. It's not gonna be like a story or anything. It's gonna be like, hey guys, Spider-Man cards, right? And Avatar is gonna be the same, and Final Fantasy is gonna be the same, right? It's like, hey guys, Final Fantasy cards, enjoy, right? And it's cool, and I like it, but it is what it is. You buy it because of that, and it's Magic with a skin. Now, one of the things that made Magic so appealing, at least to me, is that you saw the evolution not only mechanically but in the story. So it's like, oh, now we have this, we have that, right? Ooh, Salvation Engine, what a weird looking card. Salvation Engine in Pokemon full art style, apparently, because it really looks like a Pokemon card. For 4 and 1 white, is an artifact vehicle. Other artifact creatures you control get +2/+2 whenever this vehicle attacks. Return up to 1 target artifact card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Crew 6, and it's a 6/10. I can see why this thing may be expensive. I don't know the price, but I can tell you. And it looks like a Pokemon card. So, Daretti Rocketeer Engineer, not bad. Daretti is getting fat. Valor Flagship again. So this one is loaded to a degree. Doesn't mean that it's a good loaded, but it's loaded. Ooh, Hashaton, Scarab's Fist, very good card, and from the commander decks. Regal Imperiosaur, very good too, in foil. Haunted Hellride, and Guidelight Pathmaker. Not bad. Whenever there is a magic set, now that it feels like they're trying to do with the magic sets what they do with Universes Beyond, which is, yeah, now it's cowboys, now it's cars, and it's just like no context. And because they know what they have, and they know the people, and they know that people will complain, they try to thread it as a story, and it's like, no, well, now they're in a plane. That's why we destroyed the Planeswalkers, so that you can just have legendary creatures everywhere. Well, they didn't destroy the Planeswalkers. They destroyed the whole need for a Planeswalker when the tree, what was it called? The pads, the something pads, were stretched by Elish Norn, and because of that, it's like now everyone can be in any plane. Rejoice, right? And we still follow Jace. So, ooh, a yellow card. District Mascot, crazy. Dog Mount. This creature enters with a +1/+1 counter on it. 1 green, remove 2 +1/+1 counters from the creature, destroy target artifact, and whenever this creature attacks while saddled, +1/+1 counter on it. Okay. Mu Yanling, Wind Rider. No, not bad. When this creature enters, create a 3/2 colorless vehicle artifact token with crew 1. Vehicles you control have flying. Whenever 1 or more creatures you control with flying deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. Not bad. I can see this is a very good commander for an artifact vehicle deck. Sita Varma again, but in foil, one of the commanders from the energy deck. If you want to see those reviews, by the way, link here or down or whatever. Debris Beetle. Okay, Ripclaw Wrangler in foil and in not foil, because thank you. And yeah, overall, you can tell that it's like the story is no longer the priority. It's a shame because the story a lot of times brought us to places or had us guessing where the next plane will be. And you know, the fact that there is a multi-plane race like this one, again, it's not a bad idea. I actually love the concept. It's like, well, now you don't need planeswalkers. You can actually run through planes. I can see that being a thing. That's kind of cool. I just think the execution is all over the place, both as a set and in terms of cards and aesthetic and all that. It's kind of a mess. So we're not gonna fool each other here and be like, yeah, I love it, guys. Like, like it's okay. To me, more than it doesn't anger me. You know, it doesn't anger me. I don't get angry like, I wish they said it never existed, kind of thing. To me, it's the same feeling I've been having for some sets already, which is just kind of disappointment, kind of like a missed opportunity of sorts. You know what I mean? It's like, man, this idea was good. They didn't execute it properly. You know what I mean? It's like, because it doesn't feel like we're getting that idea again anytime soon, right? Because of how the business works. Like they did Amonkhet and Kaladesh, and you know, they maybe it was the designers being like, oh, we need to bring that back and let's use the card theme as a Trojan horse. I don't know how that works internally at Wizards, but I like to think that's how it works. And you know, they tried, and now it's like, well, this doesn't sell good. To the suits, this is going to translate as, oh, so Kaladesh and Amonkhet are not interesting. I was like, no, they are actually freaking interesting, but the set doesn't help, right? And at least they tried with the commander decks, because because the commander decks are really like, they have nothing to do with the racing thing. They are just like, okay, one is for Kaladesh, the other is for Amonkhet. There you go. And that's good. And I guess I like to think that's the way of the Wizards designers to get away with what they want, right? It's like, okay, so listen, they want us to do the set about this, right? It's kind of stupid. So we're gonna make it about this and this. Okay, cool. But you know, Commander is the thing that everyone plays. So because of that, we're going to make the decks, and the decks are not going to be about the 3-2-1 jet set ready, whatever mechanic. No, it's going to be about, like Stardew Engines is called, by the way, or max speed or whatever. It's going to be about the two planes that we want to do, right? And people will buy those sets because they're going to be like very interesting for their mechanics, like one for zombie, one for energy, which is basically like Amonkhet and Kaladesh in a nutshell. And people are going to love it. And it's like, okay, so let's do it. And you know, the set can be about whatever. With Cowboys, I feel like they tried to do that, but still, they had to have the Cowboy set, the Cowboy visuals. So it is what it is, right? But this one we do it backwards because it's the last one. So we open it the way it's intended for drama, which is pulling them one by one and getting to the heavy pulls at the end. And I think that you kind of already got a sneak peek at the last card. Seems to be a yellow card. A piece yellow, like some people say, which is certainly a weird aesthetic to go for. But we will see in a second. Terrian War Tyrant. See, those names no longer mean anything. So, Forest, and let's see. Starting the party with Rangers Aetherhive. Okay. See, if you open it this way, it's better because there is a crescendo to like the value of the cards and the rarity. If you open it the other way, it's really just to go faster through them. It's like, okay, rares, let's go, and the rest is bulk. Feast, Adaptive Omni Tool from the Commander decks, from the Energy deck. And now we're talking Gastal Thrill Roller, not bad. Sahur, Glory's Past, okay. And the Chase card, the actual card. It's not yellow, it's not P yellow, but kind of, because it's foiled. But Fearless Swashbuckler. Okay. 1 blue, 1 red is a fish pirate with haste. Vehicles you control have haste. Whenever you attack, if a pirate and a vehicle attack this combat, draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards. Party on the Poop deck. Okay. So now, before you go, let's open the box topper and see what do we get. I don't know why sometimes they include box toppers and sometimes they don't. I don't know if it's. I will say that it's in sets that they don't trust they will sell properly, but they do it for the Lord of the Rings. So they did it for the Lord of the Rings. So I don't know what's the Lord of the Rings was obviously gonna sell. So maybe they were scared at the beginning. They were like, "Nah, it's not gonna sell, bro." So let's see, what do we get? A mountain, so a yellow mountain, which is the most confusing type of mountain, and please not be the dog again. Okay, Boom Mobile. Okay, for 2 and 2 red is a vehicle. When this vehicle enters, add 4 mana of any one color. Spend this mana only on to activate abilities. Exhaust. For X2 and 1 red, this vehicle deals X damage to the target, plus a +1/+1 counter on this vehicle. Crew 2, 5/5. Okay, so that's the box. Those are the results. Let me know what you think down below. Let me know what you think about Aetherdrift as time passes. What are your thoughts on this? And as usual, I would love to see you here next time on PAX and Recreation. Bye.